I have tried hundreds of supplements, with some being okay, others being a complete waste of time, and some being great. This is one of the great ones where it has transformed my life in many ways, allowing me to work longer hours, have better recall, retain more information, have more mental clarity, and just have a fantastic mood throughout. This is black ginger, and I never expected it to have this effect because I kind of bought it on a whim because I got a dog and then I realized I was allergic to say dog, and I had to find different ways to kind of minimize my histaminergic response. So I researched a bunch of stuff and I saw one thread on Reddit that people were taking black ginger and they noticed it significantly eliminated their allergy symptom. It was a natural antihistamine, and I was like, oh, that sounds kind of cool. So I decided to try it. Only reason I bought it, and I took it, got a couple weeks later, and I started taking it in my house before I would work or before I would go see friends, and it didn't help my allergies whatsoever, not even 1%, but it dramatically improved my social ability, my mood, and my memory. Why could this be? Looking at the pharmacology, it has a few interesting mechanisms. It increases mitochondrial biogenesis. Even just look at all these posts on Reddit of people taking black ginger. More people are sick now than at any other point in history, with X amount of people having insulin resistance, fatigue, and general just apathy and malaise. All of these conditions have one thing in common, which is mitochondria dysfunction. Was it the chicken? Was it the egg? No, it's the mitochondria, because it's such an important and vital organelle for producing energy throughout our body, and it's so key to our very existence. Part of the reason why a ketogenic diet can cure so many uncurable conditions, in that it restricts carbs, therefore results in fat burning, therefore improves mitochondria function, therefore improves the results of these conditions. Or so the author of Good Energy, Cassie Means, says that if there's one thing that you could do, it is to fix your metabolism and increase your mitochondrial function, and they're kind of work in tandem with each other, as there's so many toxins in our environment, in our ultra processed food, in our water, all these things impairing our mitochondrial function. So if you can do anything that even helps a little bit, it's a very worthwhile thing to do, and this is something that does help, where black ginger can increase mitochondrial biogenesis. So biology, genesis, creation, so the creation of new mitochondria within the cell. So because you're creating more mitochondria, so you're increasing the energy creation capacity of your body. This is a minor effect, it's not a major effect, but it is still an effect nonetheless, and you can pair it with other supplements that improve mitochondrial function, like acetyl L-carnitine, alpha lipoic acid, coenzyme Q10, PQQ, to name a few. Hippocrates says all disease begins in the gut. I say it all begins in the mitochondria, with a little asterisk, because it is so vital. All the neurodegenerative conditions all have mitochondrial dysfunction at their root cause: dementia, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's. So it's a very good thing to optimize. And even evidence to that point, methylene blue, which donates an electron to the transport chain, it has been trialed as a cure, not a treatment for dementia, a cure for dementia. It failed the trial, but nonetheless, there was the hypothesis behind it that improving mitochondrial function through this mechanism has such a cognitive, protecting, and enhancing effect. It increases thermogenesis, so the creation of heat within your body, where higher heat production is a sign of a healthy metabolism, a sign of healthy thyroid function. And increasing thermogenesis has a lot of downstream effects, in that you will burn fat, more particularly adipose tissue, so fat around the midsection, quicker, which is beneficial because having fat, excess fat around your body, increases estrogen and aromatase, so it can make you hypogonadal a little bit. And having low body temperature, like Brian Johnson, can kind of put you at a risk for developing a lot of diseases. Honestly, the easiest way to check your body temperature consistently and see where your thyroid function is at is to buy a $10 thermometer from Amazon. And so you can check in the morning as soon as you get up, then midday, afternoon, and you can see how you relate with the scores on screen. Hold it in your armpit for 10 minutes, even after it beeps, because you'll still be getting a score afterwards, and you can kind of see where you are. And it's very interesting. It's probably the best thyroid test out there, as well, as it is a little bit controversial with the typical thyroid test at the moment, that they don't adequately test body temperature, which seems a little bit silly, as thyroid and body temperature are so correlated that it is a little bit ridiculous. And this post explains it better than I do. And finally, it increases blood flow systemically and specifically, particularly to the brain, as it is a PDE5 inhibitor, so it inhibits this enzyme, increasing blood flow throughout the body. And it's the same mechanism that Viagra, Cialis, Acarian, horny goatweed have. This is definitely a bit weaker, except it is significant enough in my experience to notice a difference. And this results in having a better mood, better recall, better mental clarity, more energy. It's a very good thing to do, as the presence of oxygen is the absence of disease. Increasing blood flow throughout the body is almost always a good thing, unless you're bleeding out on the side of the sidewalk. Then it's a bad thing. And that's why those medications have so much evidence for treating dementia and Alzheimer's and neurodegenerative conditions and enhancing cognition, because increasing blood flow in this way is so powerful. Also, because of this, increases the size of your Johnson, so make it a little bit bigger. So it's kind of similar to having a pump after the gym, where you just have more blood flow in the muscle or the tissue. So be a little bit bigger. Honestly, I take this every day, which is kind of a testament, because I have 300, 400 supplements, nootropics, research, chemicals, whatnot. Shh, don't tell anybody. So it is just so good. It is so good for what it is, where it just gives you that enthusiasm for life, that zeal. It's very pro-social, which is a little bit rare, because there's a lot of things that increase energy but can also make you a little bit antisocial. This is not the case, where you feel more social. You want to talk, want to chit chat, you want to meet people, and it can make your life better, as the relationships really color your life. And so if you can improve your ability to make or maintain relationships, it's a very good thing to aim for. And so I noticed a big increase in blood flow, a little bit increase in my HRV, my heart rate. So something to keep in mind. I noticed that higher doses definitely made me a little bit anxious, as well as it impaired sleep. And that was kind of a common trend that you saw if you looked at the antidotes or experience reports with it. So I started taking a lower dose. So it's typically dosed at 200 milligrams. I started taking 50 milligrams because I find that didn't disrupt my sleep at night. If I went higher than that, it definitely did. So keep that in mind. It is fairly potent for what it is. It's probably my favorite supplement of 2024, where as soon as I got it, as soon as I started taking it, it made such a big difference to my life in so many ways. And it really helped get me out of SIBO, out of my channel getting terminated, and all this other stressful stuff, and really just excel at work. So it really made a big difference to me. And it's $30 for a 2-month supply. So it's not that expensive. You know, you can throw your dart at the wall, see if you get bullseye, and see if it works for you. But it improves both of those facets of the mental clarity and the mental energy. And so that is good for entrepreneurship, that is good for life success, and that is good for your personal agency. And if you want to know another compound that makes a massive difference to your life, check out this video about Lugol's iodine 2% solution, where you can find this mineral that has been in use for almost 200 years, that has been kind of forgotten about by